Today we're going to look at Magic the Gathering combos that are flavor fails. They don't make any sense when you really think about it. Okay, I'm going to start it off with Aim for the Head. For a black 2 generic, it's a sorcery. You could choose one of these two. Exile target zombie, or target opponent exiles 2 cards from their hand. So I do got a zombie that you can exile, one that we're going to go for their head. It's the Headless Rider. It's a black 2 generic 3/1 zombie creature. Whenever a Headless Rider or another non-token zombie you control dies, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. But how do I go for the head of the head? He doesn't have a head. Or I don't even know if maybe these heads count, although it's a lot harder to hit. He's a Headless Rider. He doesn't need his head. He's already riding without his head. That is a flavor fail, which also makes it good for the show. What are considered flavor fails? Anything that does not make sense. Give it flavor-wise. You know, if you played the thing out, like, how is this even possible? Why would it work? All right, there you go. Lord Trevor, he's got it now. All right, let's go with Will Anderson's Jetmir's Garden. Okay, hold on. Jetmir's... Well, I don't understand the flavor fail with Territorial Kavu. Okay, so you have, like, you want to say 2 of those tri-lands? Okay, we have Territorial Kavu. I don't understand the flavor fail. It's power equal to the number of basic land types, and those are, like, Jetmir's Garden. It's a garden! You got a lot of you got mountains, forests, and plains, apparently, over here. I don't think this one counts. Okay, let's go with bulky. There's a lot of cards here. Okay, we have Bludgeon Brawl, Liquid Metal Coating, and you want Nicol Bolas plus Nicol Bolas the Planeswalker. Because there's 2 Boluses on the battlefield or something. Nicol Bolas the OG. And Nicol Bolas. How many Nicol Bolas? There's a few Nicol Bolas Planeswalker. Okay, let's get 2 Nicol Bolas. Okay, we'll get, I guess, a random one. Go get a random one. Okay, what's the first card do? Okay, Bludgeon Brawl, red 2 generic enchantment. Each non-creature, non-equipment artifact is an equipment with equip X, and equipped creature gets +X/+0, where X is the artifact's controller's mana cost. Each non-creature, non-equipment artifact is an equipment. So what you're trying to turn Liquid Metal Coating into equipment? And so it's like, what, it gives +2/+0 and can equip for X? Oh, I know, no, equips for X. So you want to put this on the Nicol Bolas. You got to be a little bit more specific here. So you equip Nicol Bolas to himself? That is really weird. So we want... Oh, I see. So we're going to use Liquid Metal Coating to turn Nicol Bolas into an equipment and equip Nicol Bolas to Nicol Bolas. Or hold on, are we equipping the Planeswalker to Nicol Bolas? I think that's how it's going to work. That is really bizarre. You just really bent my brain around. I guess it doesn't make any sense. Oh, you know what? I'll just give it to you. It's not really the point of this show, but yeah, sure, whatever. These are just real mind bends at this point. Okay, Henrik with Walk the Plank on... There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Walk the Plank. So Walk the Plank is a black, destroy target non-merfolk creature. Implying that anything that dies... anything that gets pushed off the plank is gonna die. Okay, what about, like, a Leviathan? You know? Is the Inkwell Leviathan, if it falls into the water, is it going to die? Absolutely not. Excellent flavor fail. Okay, next, let's look at theme today. Too hard for my smooth brain. Well, don't worry. Not all of them have to be so complicated. Okay, Platonic Liquid says, you Liquid Metal the Planeswalker, and yeah, equip it to the creature. That is just weird. Magic the Gathering interactions that really shouldn't happen. Yeah, it's combos. But it's gotta be a flavor fail. Okay, some of you probably know. Okay, make disappear on any non-creature spell. Come on, give me a card. It's a combo show, not a card show. So we have blue 1 generic instant, casualty 1. As you cast this spell, you may sacrifice a creature with power 1 or greater. When you do, copy the spell and you may choose new targets for the copy. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. And you want to do it on any non-creature spell? I think the idea... Actually, hold on. Yeah, are we making disappearing the creature that we just sacrificed? Or are we making disappearing whatever we're countering? I think it's supposed to be what we counter. But if we make disappear like an instant or sorcery, you know, that's a bit weird. Yeah, anyway. Welcome, D's. Welcome. I don't know. It looks to me a creature is gone by the art. Yeah, it's all clearly a creature is gone by the art. Okay. We got the Air Tempest. All of the scam spells plus evoke creatures, since the whole point flavor-wise is that they're appearing then leaving, not that they're dying. Evoke. Okay, hold on. So let's get Grief. And you want to use, hold on. Let's get Grief. And you want, like, what is it? Already Dead? Can't remember. Can't remember what any... You are already dead. It's a black instant. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage. No, it's not that card. It was... Look, I don't remember all the names to the cards, people. So if you want to be part of the show, you got to give me a second name around here, or this is going to be a really rough show. If you're gonna get me to go into the memory bank. I don't even know what these cards are. Not Dead After All. That's what I was thinking of. Not Dead After All. To be honest, I don't even know what the flavor of the evoke elementals are. It's supposed to be evoke. Exile a black card from your hand, and when it enters the battlefield, you know, if you didn't pay its casting cost, you gotta sacrifice it. I really don't understand that aspect of the card. But you know what's not... But this is a flavor win with this card. It says not dead. You thought I was dead. It wasn't dead after all. So that's a flavor that actually works. Okay, let's go with Dinglebag. Dinglebag has Edgar, Charmed Groom. We have to clone this thing. Hold on, Charmed Groom, Edgar Charmed Groom. Okay, so we need a clone. We need 2 Edgar Charmed Grooms on the battlefield, which is impossible. The legend rule makes him both in and out of his coffin at the same time. All right, let's read this. Other vampires you control get +1/+1, and also when Edgar Charmed Groom dies, return it to the battlefield transformed under its owner's control. That is very weird. That's right. Our kind has taken my gift for granted. It is time to correct that folly. He's both dead and alive simultaneously for a legendary creature. He comes back as the Edgar Markov's Coffin. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 white and black vampire creature token with lifelink and put a bloodline counter on Edgar Markov's Coffin. If there are 3 or more bloodline counters on it, remove those counters and transform it. And he'll be simultaneously dead and alive again. It's basically, it's like Schrodinger's Edgar Charmed Groom or something like or the Edgar Charmed Groom box. That's how I'm interpreting this card. Gunblade Knight, thank you very much for your super chat. Swords to Plowshares and Stoic Farmer. I like that. Hold on, Swords to Plowshares, and then it's hitting a farmer at the same time. Okay, so the whole point of Swords to Plowshares is to turn like a warrior who was once wielding a sword into a farmer. Someone who is like, you know, not about war anymore, all about the land, all about the plowing. And then we're hitting the Stoic Farmer, a white 3 generic 3/3 dwarf peasant. Enters the battlefield, search your library for a plains card and reveal it. If an opponent controls more lands than you, put onto the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. Swords to Plowshares should have no power here, because he already is plowing. He's been plowing his entire life. In fact, you just made him stronger. Or everything that you Swords to Plow should turn into a Stoic Farmer. Exile this creature, turn it into a Stoic Farmer. Okay, next with Will Anderson, we got Oran, Frostfang, and Swiftfoot Boots. Swiftfoot. I can sort of see the problem here. Okay, who wears boots? You know, creatures with feet. Could be a lot of creatures. Snakes don't have, or not a lot of snakes have feet. Some of those Kamigawa snakes have feet, but not particularly this one. It's a green, 3 generic, 2/6. Snake. Attacking creatures you control have death touch. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. It's not Swift Foot Boot. I think they could put 1 boot on. It's boots. It's 2 boots. Those boots were made for walking. Okay, Lord Trevor. We have a Leyline Singularity of Singularity and Mirror Gallery. Is this going to be a flavor fail or just one of those mind bend interactions? Blue, 2 generic enchantment. If Leyline of Singularity is in your opening hand, you may begin it with the game, and all non-land permanents are legendary. And then the Mirror Gallery says that legend rule doesn't apply. I think this is just like a contradiction between the two, isn't it? The legend rule doesn't apply. Is this a flavor fail? No, I don't like it. Not a fan of this interaction. Not flavor fail enough. Platonic Liquid, Kiki, Jiki, and Mirror Golem. Kiki, Jiki. It's funny, we had flavor fail videos in the past and people were like just throwing out a bunch of combos. I thought this would be easier. Okay, so we've got Kiki, Jiki plus the Mirror Golem. Does that mean they should be like mirroring each other into an infinite mirror? So Kiki Jiki, as we all know, tap, haste, create a token that's a target non-legendary creature you control. It has haste, sack it at the end of turn. And then Mirror Golem we have for 6 mana. It's a 3/4 Golem with imprint. Comes into play, you may remove 3 target cards in a graveyard from the game. Mirror Golem has protection from each of the imprinted cards card types. When a Mirror Golem comes into play, you may remove target card in a graveyard from the game. What is the combo here? What's the flavor fail? Okay, so hold on. They're both mirrors. Hold on, Kiki, Mirror Break. Oh, wait, okay, wait. Oh, I got it. This is a great one, actually. This is amazing. Kiki Jiki breaks mirrors. But if Mirror Golem removes comes into play, you may remove target card in a graveyard from the game. So if you remove a creature, he has protection from creatures, right? Has protection from each imprinted card type. So you remove a creature, has protection from creatures, cannot even be broken by the Mirror Breaker. That is absolutely a banger. I love this one. Steve Cooper said, there's a snake in my boot. There might be. Okay, apparently this is a reference I don't know about. Is that like what something like Crocodile Dundee said once? Okay, next with Henrik. Hysterical Blindness. I might need an explanation for the flavor fails. And the Eyeless Watcher. The hell is this? Eyeless Watcher, green 3 generic 1/1. It's an Eldrazi drone. Does not need eyes. When has Devoid. When Eyeless Watcher enters the battlefield, put 2 1/1 colorless Eldrazi sign creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have sacrifice this creature. Add 1 mana to your mana pool. Maybe Eldrazi and Ulamog's lineage is an extension of the Titan's Will. And we have Hysterical Blindness. For a blue 2 generic instant, creatures your opponents control get -4, -0 until end of turn. It shouldn't even matter to the Eyeless Watcher. He's got, or she's got, I mean, the Eldrazi has no eyes. There's nothing there. Oh no, I'm blind now. What am I going to do? Eyeless Watcher uses the sense of smell and touch to get around here. Okay, next we've got King Ginger with Sword of Feast and Famine with Nezahel. Nezahel. I imagine his fangs become swords. So it's a blue, 5 generic for a 7/7. Oh, the spell can't be countered. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. Discard 3 cards, exile Nezahel, Primal Tide, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So you can blink it. So you give it a sword! Yeah, how do you wield this? I mean, you can hold it in the mouth or whatever. You know, that's not impossible. Big mouth, pretty strong. Does it have any fins to hold? Not really. I don't think those flippers are going to do very much. The Sword of Feast and Famine, of course. Protection from black and green. Equipped creature deals combat damage to a player. They discard a card and you untap all lands you control. Toy Story? Oh, that's where the snake in my boot came from. Oh, yeah, they pulled the string on Woody. There's a snake in my boot. Yeehaw! Yeah, Woody from Toy Story did the snake in the boot. Richard Smith, I just found out that Raiden God-worthy counts value of X as a mana value on the stack, which gave me a game on the draw against effing Convoke. Well, congratulations. Where we're going, we don't need eyes. That sounds like... Actually, I don't know what that's also a reference of. This is even better. Walk the plank again, but instead of a creature, it's a boat. Consulate Dreadnought. That's we make the ship walk the plank. Oh no, it's going to drown or something. It's a 1-mana 7/11, crew 6. It's like they planted another bastion right in the middle of the harbor. That's a very funny flavor fail. I like that one a lot. Okay, wait, Waking Dead. Maybe this is the show for you. Got a lot of suggestions. Rite of Passage and Pestilence. Pestilence. Your creatures get bigger from getting the Black Plague. That's weird. Okay, so Pestilence is a black 2 generic enchantment. Whenever a creature you control is dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Ah, yeah, that is very bizarre. So Pestilence, at the end of turn, if there are no creatures in play, sacrifice Pestilence. Pay a black, deal 1 damage to each creature and each player. You get stronger from the sickness. Okay, Henrik says, what about Walk the Plank in summer? Another one. Yeah, Walk the Plank was just a flavor fail all around. Then what? The submarine? Yeah, Silent Submersible. So, like, even if it went down... So even if it went down, even if you make it walk the plank and go underground, I mean, it shouldn't matter, right? In fact, that's how most submarines work. You push it off the ship and into the ocean. The whole point of the damn thing. Yeah, they had to exclude a lot of things. It should have been, Walk the Plank should have said, destroy target non-merfolk and anything depicted in the water. Anything depicted in the ocean. Yeah, anyway, it's just weird. It just made some flavor sense on, like, Ixalan at the time. Okay, David with, oh no, this is not the, is this the one? Sorry, I was looking for, Abzo. I'll go back to you, David. Moat. Moat has a lot of flavor fails as well. Because it says, creatures without flying can't attack. And then we have Ulamog. Or you just want to make point how enormously stupidly big Ulamog is, the Ceaseless Hunger. So even someone this big, the 10/10 Eldrazi Titan, when you cast a spell, exile 2 permanents. I guess the flavor is he blows up the moat as an option. But I guess if you get the moat down afterwards, he might be indestructible. He might be able to attack, and you have to rip apart 20 cards. But apparently he cannot defeat that moat. I imagine you could just step over the damn thing. New music? No, this is all the same music I've had for millions of years. This is actually old music. Very, very old. Before the actual new music came out. Okay, let's go back to David Sampson's Toxrill. Toxrill the Corrosive, or any Naga or Snake, and then Lightning Greaves or Swift... Okay, hold on. We didn't do Lightning Greaves yet. Lightning Greaves. Lightning Greaves! It's again, it's boots. It's a 2-mana equipment. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. I don't know if it's gonna fit so well in the Toxrill the Corrosive, a black 5 generic 7/7 slug horror. At the beginning of each end step, put a slime counter on each creature you don't control. Creatures you don't control get -1/-1 for each slime counter on them. Whenever a creature you don't control with a slime counter on it dies, you get a 1/1 black slug creature token. Also 2 mana, sack a slug, draw a card. Hey everyone, look at my new boots! I got them at, where do you get boots from these days? Payless? Is that a store that still exists? Yeah, slugs and snakes showing off their boots. We got Klepto! Thank you very much for your super chat. Tavern Brawler. It's a feat, not a background. Huh? Okay, we have red 2 generic background. Commanders you own have, at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. This creature gets +X/+0 until end of turn, where X is that card's mana value. You may play that card this turn. It is a feat. I don't understand. It's a feat? What feat? You mean these feet? Tavern Brawler. Yeah, that's a fast slug. Yeah, really good. I don't understand this flavor fail, unfortunately. So basically, Brawler in DD is a... Oh, maybe feat is a term that I don't understand. Okay, so from D&D, backgrounds are their own thing, but Tavern Brawler is a feat, which is different. Okay, I'm just gonna have to trust the D&D players around here. When I think feat, I mean feat, like what you put into the Swiftfoot boots, in my opinion. I don't even know what a feat is. I guess I gotta play some D&D one day. D&D doesn't sound like my sort of game. I like games where I win, people lose, or even the other way around. And I heard in D&D, you all win or you all lose. No, that's not my sort of thing around here. Okay, in D&D, it's a feat and not a background. Backs are more like, what's a feat? Oh, feat is a skill and ability? Okay, that actually explains a little bit. It's like perks, like abilities. The feat of strength. Okay, I like that explanation. That's great. All right, next up. Gilliam Breton. Any Urza cards plus Urza, Sunglasses of Urza. He never wore glasses. Is that right? Okay, hold on. So let's look at Urza's Saga. Again, people should give me 2 cards. And then the Sunglasses of Urza. Sunglasses. Sunglasses of Urza is a 3-mana artifact. You may use white mana in your mana pool as either white or red mana. I don't know why does it turn white into red? And what does that have to do with, like, even Urza Saga? You said any Urza cards and Sunglasses of Urza. He never wore but he owned them. That's the point. I mean, these are the sunglasses. I don't wear my sunglasses on a regular basis. I don't actually think that's technically a flavor fail. I think this is still a flavor win. He puts the sunglasses when it's too bright outside. You could also do that in winter when the snow is too bright. The snow can hurt your eyes. He has regular, he probably has reading glasses, right? Okay, Dingleback. Frost Titan. Frost Titan. What's it? Is the card actually called Fire Breathing? It is, actually. Okay, so there is an aura called Fire Breathing, or red. Enchanted creature. Pay a red. Enchanted creature has +1/+0 until end of turn, because they're breathing fire. And they got Frost Titan, Man of Ice. This is basically, what's it called? Mr. Freeze from Batman. Blue 4 generic 6/6 becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls. Counter that. That's like Ward. It was Ward before Ward came into existence. And Frost Titan enters the battlefield or attacks tap target permanent. Doesn't untap during its controller's next untap step. I mean, Urza is blue and the sun classes care about white and red. Yeah, it's converting, like, the, I don't know, white light into red mana somehow. But it's his sunglasses. It's a sunglasses. He doesn't wear sunglasses regularly. Urza had an Elton John phase at one point. There you go. Exactly. He had a Elton John phase. Okay, let's move on with Owen. Owen Keats with Academy Rector and Yawgmoth's Bargain. Academy Rector. So what's the flavor fail here? Yawgmoth's Bargain. I actually don't know what the flavor fail is in this at all. So Bargain is a black 4 generic. So I'm bargaining something. It's like I can buy someone out. Skip your draw step, pay 1 life, draw a card. Now, Academy Rector, it's a cleric. When it's put into a graveyard from play, you may remove Academy Rector from the game. If you do, search your library for an enchantment card put into play, then shuffle your library. Is this like, flavor-wise, this is like on the completely opposite team or something as the Phyrexians? Is that the deal? So we got rid of the Academy Rector and then we put into play like the bad guys for some reason. I think that's the flavor fail, but I'm not sure. You gotta give me some explanation to some of your flavor fails. They're not completely self-explanatory. He had the legacy weapon, putting out them rainbows. Interesting. Okay, next we've got... let's get another one from Platonic Liquid. Phylactery Lich, and you are already dead. Well, and this is a good point. You are already dead. Like, a lot of these characters are dead. Including the Lich, right? Okay, so you are already dead is a black instant. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn. And draw a card. But then we got this indestructible Lich, which, by the way, is a zombie. What are zombies? They're basically undead creatures because they're dead. Or they're supposed to be dead. They're effectively dead, but sort of alive. It's just gas still escaping their body since death. Enters the battlefield, put a phylactery counter on an artifact you control. When you control no permanents with phylactery counters on them, sacrifice a phylactery Lich. Yeah, then it's a flavor win since they are already dead. It is a funny thing. It says you are already dead. It's true. But we're destroying the creature. Oh well. But it can't kill this creature because it is already dead and indestructible. Yeah, in some ways this is actually more of a flavor win than a flavor fail by accident. Okay, Sad Cat, Caught in the Brights, and Cultivator's Caravan. Caught in the Brights. That's a car card, isn't it? Cultivator's Caravan. Can't imagine it can pick up enough speed. This doesn't look like a particularly fast aerodynamic vehicle, I will give you that. But it is a 3-mana 5/5 that taps and adds mana. Now, Caught in the Brights is a white 2 generic enchant creature. Enchanted creature can't attack or block. When a vehicle you control attacks, exile enchanted creature? When a vehicle you control attacks... Oh, so you're supposed... Oh, so your flavor fail is when this thing attacks, it should exile a creature because you run it over. But who would be so silly to run into this damn thing? It doesn't look very fast. It doesn't look aerodynamic at all. It's got feet on the background too. Oh no, where's the front? Oh, I think we're looking at it from the back. This could be the giant rocket engine. Maybe it's faster than we think. After that, you're dead. No, you are already again. Exactly. Caught in the Brights should make a food token. Ew. What, like roadkill? That's disgusting. Where's... Am I getting super chats? I'm not getting a note. I see Crowcore Games. Okay, Crowcore Games. I see your super chat here. Find your fail for fire breathing plus thing in the ice. Oh, very true story. So we got fire breathing on here again. And then thing in the ice. Even more of a flavor fail. Oh no, but it does have... Well, it has Defender. But it doesn't need to attack. So thing in the ice is literally a thing in the ice. It is a blue 1 generic 0/4 with Defender. With 4 ice counters on it. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, remove an ice counter. And then it turns into a 7/8 Awoken Horror. But for the moment, it's a giant block of ice. Now imagine this giant block of ice starts breathing fire out of nowhere. It's certainly not coming from within the ice. Thing in the Ice is such a cool card. Well, you can play it in Pioneer. Still perfectly legal. Okay, we're going to look at more flavor fails. And if you want to buy any of these flavor fails, you know where to get them from. Keep an eye out for them when you're playing your games for these shows, because you can get them all at FusionGamingOnline.com. Of course, get all your new cards from the Lost Caverns of Ixalan at FusionGamingOnline.com using coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place for renting Magic cards online. Why would you want to do it? Well, if you play a lot of decks, if you like to play a lot of things week in and week out, it's cheaper actually renting cards. So instead of buying in and committing yourself to one deck, you can play like a billion different types of decks instead of like selling your deck, buying another one for less money, selling that deck for less money, buying another one for even less money. Eventually you're gonna have to put in some more of your money. Not a good system. Rent all of them at once for a monthly subscription. And you can get 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_BA8 for Mana Traders for Magic the Gathering Online. Alright, and back to the flavor fails. I like that. I like this thing in the ice fire breathing one. Now that's creative. I'm too cool to play Phoenix. Oh. Are there cheaper ways of playing leagues? Yeah, there's a free play area. That costs you $0. You can play there infinitely if you want. I love thing in the Icing Commander. People automatically assume it's going to go off, so it eats all the removal. Ah, so it's a distraction. Distraction. Okay, Alpha Nerd with Witness Protection plus Victimize. It's sort of worse. Witness Protection and Victimize. Okay, Victimize is a black 2 generic sorcery. Choose 2 target creature cards in your graveyard. Sacrifice a creature. If you do, return the chosen cards to the battlefield tapped. What's the flavor fail here? Then we have Witness Protection. Is this like giving Witness Protection to the creature we sacrificed or brought back? Or are you talking about like you brought a creature back and now that it's back, it needs Witness Protection? Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a green and white citizen creature with power and toughness 1/1 named Legitimate Business Person. I would think that if you're trying to lay low, you wouldn't be getting into business. You'd just take some sort of low 9-to-5 job. You put in your hours, you go back home. Because if you get too big like Scarface, well, everyone will know who you are again. This is some next level unhinged stuff going on here. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are reading into. Okay, here we go. Christopher B with Headless Scab. Ooh, another headless card. And Jar of Eyeballs. So are we supposed to be taking the eyeballs off of somebody? So 3 mana artifact, whenever a creature you control dies, put 2 eyeball counters on Jar of Eyeballs. Ah, so when something dies, you take their eyes. 3 mana, tap. Remove all the eyeball counters from Jar of Eyeballs. Look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of eyeball counters removed this way. Put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. And where are you going to get the eyes from your headless scab? You got no head. You got no eyeballs. This is an eyeballless card. I'm eyeballing here, and I don't see any eyeballs. Is additional cost to cast Headless Scab. Exile a creature card from your graveyard. Headless Scab enters the battlefield tapped. You'd think it would come with the eyeballs of maybe the creature that you exiled down there. Okay, next super chat we got from Daniel. Thank you very much for your super chat. I'll take MTG and Universes Beyond flavor fail. Okay, so we have something like Gandalf. Gandalf, friend of the Shire, attacks Jace, the Mind Sculptor. Do we count this as a Universes Beyond card? Maybe not, but like, or I guess you do because it's got that triangle at the bottom. This is a Universes Beyond card. Gandalf from a different universe altogether. A different plane. Apparently no planeswalkers there. Can attack Jace the Mind Sculptor from another completely different dimension. Yeah, attack your Jace with a Pinkie Pie. Oh, don't worry. We're going to have Pickle Rick and all sorts of weird stuff. We're already at, what do we have? We got like My Little Pony. We've got Transformers. We got Warhammer 40K. Oh, this is only the beginning, people. And it was all prophesized a long time ago. It's going to be Smash Brothers The Gathering. It's basically what it's going to be. Smash Brothers The Gathering. Headless Scab holding a head with eye holes, though? I mean, that's possible. Okay, no, who hasn't gotten one yet? Gillum, Concrete Shoes plus any merfolk. I don't think it would kill. Hold on, Concrete Shoes. Some merfolk have feet, by the way. Concrete Shoes? Oh, Cement Shoes. Okay, I see the confusion. Cement Shoes, 1 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has at the beginning of your end step, tap this creature. Equipped creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. It is glued to the ground. There are people who will cement. I've seen people on YouTube cement their hand in a bucket for views. Like the video is literally, I put my hand in cement. And then they have to go to a doctor's office at the end of the video to get their hand out of the damn cement. And there's like a breaking point where it gets really painful. Like it hurts. The cement just like... Anyway, some merfolk folk have feet. Some merfolk have feet. Master of the Pearl Trident, for example. There was a point where they gave the merfolk legs and feet, so it wouldn't work there, but it would work on something like Merfolk Trickster. Sorry, it wouldn't work on something like Merfolk Trickster. Merfolk Trickster has fin. Fin, no feet. You would have to fill the entire ocean with cement. Not very nice. Not very nice at all. Richard Smith with the super chat. Thank you so much. Demonic Pact and Harmless Offering. And a Harmless Offering. This is actually, is this a flavor fail? So Demonic Pact, at the beginning of your upkeep, choose one that hasn't been chosen. I guess the idea is you made this Demonic Pact. Like, this should be all on you. This should be like, what's it called? An emblem, really, but it's an enchantment. So you made the Demonic Pact, and all of a sudden you're giving it to somebody else. They didn't make a pact with the devil. You're the one, you should be still the one that loses the game. But they wouldn't drown, though? Yeah, they definitely wouldn't drown wherever the hell they are. Okay, let's see. What do we got? I saw something with the RMS Titanic. RMS Titanic! Like, the Titanic is canon now. That is so weird. I never thought the Titanic would be a red card either. And we want Ice Flow. Oh, is this an iceberg? You may choose not to untap Ice Flow during your untap step. Tap target creature without flying. That's attack. Tap target creature that... Tap target creature without flying. That's attacking you. You have to tap it also to activate the ability. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step as long as Ice Flow remains tapped. Tap target creature without flying. But this has flying. Okay, I think the flavor fail is generally Titanic doesn't fly. You know, this is an ocean ship. And it should be stopped by the iceberg. In fact, that's canon. Titanic was stopped by an iceberg. Oh, Kurokor Game says, yeah, but that Titanic isn't the Titanic. It's a secondary ship. It's the ship of the future. In fact, this one can go into outer space. You know what? I'm going to allow this flavor fail. I like it anyway. Okay, we have Dinglebag with Mind Unbound and Mind Lock Orb. Two contradictory cards. Mind Lock Orb. Mind Lock Orb, blue 3 generic artifact. Players can't search their libraries. But then you have Mind Unbound, a blue 4 generic. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a lore counter on Mind Unbound, then draw a card for each lore counter on Mind Unbound. Maybe it's a story. First your mind was locked, and then it was unbound. But then it actually depends on, you know, it's a timestamp thing. It's a timestamp thing. Is that, like, it's not really a is it a non-bow? It doesn't really matter. These cards actually interact with each other. But I see the flavor fail. They can't be both unbound and locked at the same time. It's allegedly the same ship. It's sorry, allegedly a new ship. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they went to the bottom of the Atlantic. They dug up the original Titanic. And they just refurbished it. It's as easy as that. Krokar Games likes today's show, it seems. Ether Storm. It danger. I don't know if it counts. Okay, hold on. Ether Storm and Karn Silex. Karn Silex is a 3-mana artifact. Enters the battlefield tapped. Players can't pay life to cast spells or to activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Also pay X, tap, exile Karn Silex. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value X or less. Activated as a sorcery. I don't know what a Silex is. Is it like a chalice? It's a bowl? Is it a dinner bowl? And then we have Ether Storm, a blue 3 generic. Creature cards can't be played. Pay for life. Destroy Ether Storm. It can't be regenerated. Any player may play this ability. So hold on. Creature cards can't be played, but we can pay for life to destroy this thing. Players can't pay life to cast spells or to activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. What's the flavor? This is a combo. So Ether Storm says creatures can't be played and no one can pay the life because of Karn Silex, but I just don't understand the flavor fail. Henrik says, all I know is Wizards love to print these goddamn Silexes last year. That's all you know. That's all I know as well. What's a Silex? Okay, I'm gonna quickly look it up. I'm gonna look up the definition to a Silex. Silex definition. Help me, Google. It is a silica, especially quartz or flint. That is useless to me. Okay, I don't know what a silex is either. The internet didn't help me at all. I hope I didn't miss anybody's super chat. My super chat thing isn't working today for some reason. Okay, we're gonna move on to Dark Star Ashura. And you have the Phyrexian Vindicator. With guilty conscience. What, you don't think the Phyrexians can get guilty? Pretty sure Phyrexians can't feel guilt. They are half machine, aren't they? Okay, so it's a white enchant creature. Whenever enchant creature deals damage, guilty conscience deals that much damage to enchant creature. And this thing is like basically more machine than anything. It's a white, 5/5 Phyrexian Horror flying. If damage would be dealt to Phyrexian Vindicator, prevent that damage. Oh yeah, it will prevent that damage because it doesn't feel guilt. When damage is prevented this way, Phyrexian Vindicator deals that much damage to any target. Wow, that's actually a combo too. Whenever a enchanted creature deals damage, we deal damage to it. It's like giving it double strike. I do not feel guilt, so I'll just damage you even more. You should feel guilty with teabagging that corpse, absolutely. Very neat card. If you Google Silex, only for MTG cards show up, so I guess it's not a real thing. Yeah, they make up words all the time. Moat plus any merfolk, that makes some sense to me. Moat. And any merfolk, I don't know. Let's go merfolk trickster again. Oh, we got Lord of Atlantis. It's completely underwater. Oh no, this moat stopped him. Although some people in the past have described, like, there's more than one kind of moat. There could be like a moat of lava, for example. Like Bowser would have in Super Mario Brothers. Still a moat. That would also stop the Lord of Atlantis, but wouldn't stop a red flying, fire-breathing dragon. That's it! Pogify and Gorilla Warrior. Okay, hold on. Let's get Gorilla Warrior out first. Gorilla Warrior and Pongify. Okay, so Gorilla Warrior is an ape, and it's literally, it's like, is there a 3/3 ape out there? There probably is at least one. So it's a green 2 generic 3/2 ape, but then we Pongify. Pongify is supposed to destroy a creature and in its place put a 3/3 green ape creature token. I'm sure there's a 3/3 ape out there. That would be even a better example. So he like didn't even do anything. He's basically still standing there. He went from ape to ape. The dirty ape. Okay, Miko Ali with Go for the Throat and Headless. That's what I started the show with. That's exactly what I started the show with. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Minkoa. Yeah, I already did that one. Okay, so I will donate this super chat to Bruno. Use Memory Plunder to cast Memory Lapse. Okay, Memory Plunder is 4 mana instant. You may cast target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard without paying its mana cost. And then Memory Lapse. So I'm casting this Memory Lapse from their graveyard. Counter target spell, if that spell is countered this way, put it on top of its owner's library instead of its player's graveyard. I don't understand the flavor fail here, though. Or is it that, like, they were supposed to forget about this? Memory Plunder. You may cast this. They have no memory of this card. And then they're going to lapse their memory. So you take their memory away, but then they just forget about it. Oh, and then it's going to come back? But really, it should be gone forever? I don't know. I'll give it, oh, did I have aim from the head? Oh, so hold on, was this slightly different? Oh, you're right, actually. Oh, I'm sorry about Miko. You know what? We could do your super chat. Go for the Throat is different. It seems like Headless Rider is a great example of a flavor fail, a walking flavor fail. So go for the Throat. But you could still go for the Throat with a Headless Rider, but I guess it's pointless. It's a black 1 generic. Instant. Destroy target non-artifact creature. And it definitely could go after, but he's got some throat there. But we all know the purpose of going for the throat. It's to sever the head, whereas this guy's head's already gone. But Headless Rider, another non-token zombie you control dies? Yeah, you make a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Is the 2/2 the head on the ground? I don't know. Okay, we went back. We did that one. It's a delay in response. He has no throat. I guess, you know what? I guess so. I thought there was a little bit of a stub there, like a tree stump. You are stealing lack of memory for this last one. Memory lapse and memory plunder. Okay. I can get behind that. Pedgeman, any shoes, equipment, lightning greaves, plus feetlessness creatures. Coiling Oracle, for example. Insert League of Legends comic with Nami, a mermaid, putting on the boots on her head. Okay, yeah, let's go. We did quite a few of these already today, but we'll do yours, lightning greaves. And then we'll do Coiling Oracle. Yeah, all the snakes. If you're a snake, coiling... There we go, Coiling Oracle. We got 1/1, blue, green, snake elf druid. No feet, but arms. Maybe there are feet. We can't even see them. They're like way at the back or something. Why do snakes have arms? Enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it onto the battlefield. Otherwise, put that card into your hand. All right, next super chat we've got from Crowcore Games, of course. The fail was huge storm, small container. Huh? The fail was huge storm. Oh, you're talking about your... I don't even remember what your flavor fail was. Huge storm. It was the... Oh, it was the Karn Silex one. Ah, so the Karn Silex is a small bowl for a giant storm. All right, thank you for letting me know that about that Crowcore Games. I'm gonna donate your super chat too. Boil and steam vent. That's a great flavor fail. Okay, boil is destroy all islands, and then we got steam vents. Like the water is general. Oh, let's get the real steam vents. Look, it's steaming already. Like it's This is boiling water. Hence where the red man is coming from. Why is it that now all of a sudden, if we're like boiling it here, it just destroys the island? Like it's already at like max temperature. This was all boiled with a kettle, mind you. That's a great flavor fail. 10 out of 10. Platonic liquid. Take heart. And then the heartless. See, now you guys are getting it. Okay, we got the heartless. Hide Tsugu. We have a red, yeah, heartless, no heart. Red, 3 generic for a 4/3 ogre. Heartless Hidetsugu deals damage to each player equal to half that player's life total rounded down. And then take heart. Is it literally taking the heart? Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. You gain 1 life for each attacking creature you control. Isn't this happen more? Okay, I get the title if I take it literally, but I don't think the flavor actually matches. In the quiet before the battle, Boros soldiers whispered prayers that steady their nerves and focus their minds. I thought they're literally trying to take the heart away. Okay, we have Urza Academy Headmaster and Headless Horseman. Okay, we have Headless Horseman. And then what? Urza Academy Headmaster. What is the flavor fail here? Or are you implying that this horseman is Urza? It's just a 2/2 zombie knight. I don't get it. Maybe I have to ask Urza at askurza.com. The flavor fail is not evidently apparent with me. Okay, hold on. Is there any... Well, I'm not getting notifications for the lower super chats for some stupid reason. Okay, I'm gonna go Crowcar Games next super chat. Instill energy and Monastery Swift Spear. The fail is not only is he fast, he also has the haste joke drums. Okay, hold on. Instill energy and Monastery Swift Spear. The fail is not only is that he fast, he also has haste. Huh? Okay, instill energy, a green, enchant creature. Enchant creature has haste. Pay 0, untap enchant creature. Activates this ability only during your turn and only once each turn. So we're giving energy to a creature that already naturally has energy. The fail is not only is he fast, he also has haste. They are swift, but I don't understand the flavor fail here. I don't know if this one works. She's focused her mind on the volcano's fury, and hers erupted in kind. Yeah, I'm like, I don't get it either. Does not make any sense to me. That's okay. Okay, Steve Cooper. Thespian Stage, so you're talking about an actual combo. Thespian Stage in Dark Depths is a random Ravnica Theater show summoning Larret Mage. No, but the idea is they are pretending to be a Merit Mage, and they're pretending so much that it's a 2020 creature. Dark Depths. They pretended to be a monster under the ice, except they didn't have any ice, so they just have a monster. That's the idea. I guess but there is a real flavor fail there. They're just play fighting like they are a Merit Mage. They clearly are not that big. These are like 1/1 creatures here. The damn actors, for crying out loud. Anyway, okay, so next up we've got... Okay, Minkoa with the Immortal Sun. Oh, and then like any vampire, Sengir Vampire. Oh no, this is a... Okay, so this is a black 3 generic 4/4 vampire flying. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Sengir Vampire this turn dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Sengir Vampire. And then the Immortal Sun. So like the vampires are screwed. They can never come out. It's a 6 mana legendary artifact. Players can't activate Planeswalker loyalty abilities at the beginning of your draw step and draw an additional card. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, and creatures you control get +1/+1. So I think what you're trying to tell me is that like the sun damages the vampire. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Sengir Vampire this turn dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it. I think this is the flavor fail. The card text doesn't matter here. It don't matter. It be vampire. Urza has no body. Horseman has no head. It's ironic. This isn't a show about irony. This is a show about flavor fails. Damn it! You send me your flavor fails. See you later, Walking Dead. I appreciate you. Okay, let's look at. It's hard. This show is hard. It seems. You know. It's not an easy show around here. Okay, next up we've got Sad Cat with Baked into a Pie. Is that a card? Baked into a Pie. This has got to be a silver border card. Oh, no, this is a real card. And Gelatinous Cube. Ew! Okay, I see the flavor fail here. Okay, so we're baking here. For black 2 generic, we're destroying a creature and create a food token. Now, however, there are those situations and those people that you don't have all the ingredients on you, so you start using some substitutes. You don't got enough of this, so you use some of that. And then I guess if you substitute enough ingredients, you went for a pie, but in the end, after you pull it out of the oven, it's just this gelatinous cube. Black 2 generic 4/3 ooze. Not nearly as delicious. When Gelatinous Cube enters the battlefield, exile target non-ooze creature an opponent controls until Gelatinous Cube leaves the battlefield. You can also dissolve for a black X. Put target creature card with mana value X exiled with Gelatinous Cube into its owner's graveyard. So I guess after it turns into jelly, it's really been baked clean. But yeah, it should be a pie. Instead it turns... Hold on. Oh no, the idea is you want to turn this into a pie, but I don't think it's going to turn into one. You don't go from gelatin into pie. Anyway, I like it. It's a good cube lime pie. It's possible. No bake Jello pie. Yeah, you do not. If you put this into the oven, it will come out as just a pile of water, right? We did that one. You were there for that, Christopher B. You were there. I swear you were there. Okay, next super chat we've got from Darkstar Ashura. Magnus of the Moon and Imprisoned in the Moon. This is gonna be a good one to sorry, it's probably Magus of the Moon. Magus. And imprison in the moon. Okay, Magus of the Moon. Red 2 generic, 2/2. Non-basic lands are mountains. Actually, I don't know how this would be a flavor fail. Imprisoned in the Moon. Blue 2 generic. Aura. Enchant land, creature, or planeswalker. Enchanted permanent is colorless. As a colorless land with tap, add colorless, and lose all. Tap, add a colorless, and loses all other card types and abilities. I think they can work simultaneously. Like, the moon has come out and then turns all lands into mountains. It just so happens that Emrakul's in it. That's all. We imprison the damn thing in the moon. Or are you talking about imprisoning? Oh, maybe I understand the flavor fail here. We imprison the Magus of the Moon. So now the Magus of the Moon is the moon. Which is just a bit weird. Yeah, we imprison the Magus. That's so freaking weird. I mean, he's a Magus and also imprisoned. He should be happy. Yeah, he's one with the moon. He always has been. Okay, I like it. I have no problem with this flavor fail. Any ooze and ghosts? You gotta give me names here. I don't know any ooze. I want names. Gotta make it easy on the host here. This is your guys' show. I'm the moderator. King Ginger with Stone Coiled Serpent and Stone Hands. Stone Coil Serpent. It's already stone. Stone Hands. Okay, it's an X00. Reach, trample, protection from multicolor. Stone Coil Serpent enters the battlefield with X+1/+1 counters on it. But you can give it Stone Hands. The red 2 generic enchant creature gets +0/+2. It should be already built into the other creature. And then red enchant creature gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Why does it get fire breathing? What does that have to do with stones? Anyway, already has. Oh, you know what? I mean, there's one thing the Stone Coil Serpent doesn't have, is that his hands. So you're actually granting it something. It didn't have hands before, but now it does. But anyway, still stone. Stone is still stone. Next super chat we got from Platonic Liquid. True Love's Kiss and Wedding Ring. Did they marry a statue? Oh, hold on. No, they're breaking out of their stone thing. This is like kissing the prince and then they like wake up or something. White, 2 generic instant. Exile target artifact or enchantment. Draw a card. I guess the idea is you're exiling like some sort of spell and waking them up. And then we've got, what's it called? Wedding Ring? Enters the battlefield. If it was cast, target opponent creates a token. That's a copy of it. Whenever an opponent controls an artifact named Wedding Ring, oh, draws a card during their turn, you draw a card. Whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wedding Ring gains life during their turn, you gain that much life. So this is an artifact. And you're saying you're going to exile their Wedding Ring? That is a flavor fail. It's like going over, taking your spouse's ring, and then throwing it into the garbage. Yeah, the fact that you can copy Wedding Ring. Polygamy is useful in MTG. It's a flavor win! Flavor win, that's for sure. Yeah, this is a home wrecking card. Oh, are we saying this is like an alternate woman? This is, they've been doing a little cheating or something? That's another way of looking at this. That's possible. Anyway, I like it. Great flavor fail. Okay, who else do we not get here? I don't think we got one from Toilet Duck. Riding Red Hair. It's a rabbit, right? And targeting accrued magmatic galleon. Take a closer look at these cards. Maybe I should look at the first one. Okay, Riding Red Hair. It is... It's a horse, right? Like, it's a big horse. It's a white 2 generic. Any one creature gets +3/+3 and gains horsemanship until end of turn. So we're going to give a ship horsemanship. That's great. This is actually completely useless. There are, like, no horses on the damn sea. or even of the Sea of Lava, if that's what I'm looking at right here. It's a red 3 generic vehicle, a 5/5, enters the battlefield, deals 5 damage to target creature and opponent controls. Whenever one or more creatures your opponents control are dealt excess non-combat damage, create a treasure token. Yeah, horsemanship on a ship. That's very particularly useful. Next up with Harrison. Flash food. Oh, sorry, flash flood. I just read it as fast food and I didn't think anything of it. Flash flood and geothermal bog. Geothermal bog. Okay, it's a blue instant. Choose one. Destroy target red permanent or return target mountain to its owner's hand. Destroy target red permanent, return target mountain. Then we have a geothermal bog. Geothermal bog enters the battlefield tab. I actually don't know enough about geology to say if this is a flavor fail. So this is a flash flood. And like, I'm guessing like it shouldn't matter here. So you're just telling me is the flash flood has no influence against some sort of volcanic event. Because it shouldn't bounce the mountain. This is a mountain. It should get bounced. It's a flash flood though. It's just water, for crying out loud. Geothermal means like volcanic. Yeah, I see. I see the lava. I'm not blind. And I guess if anything, it wins. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't win though. Water puts out fire. Who do you think won in this exchange? This big lake or the lava? I don't think the lava won. I think the lava failed. Okay, we're now over time, so it's now all super chats all the time. Starting with Crowcore Games. He's a big fan of these Flavor Fail shows. Colossus Hammer and Kyodai. Soul of Kamigawa. Are you trying to tell me they can't lift a hammer? So, Colossus Hammer is a 1 mana equipment, +10/+10, and loses, equipped creature gets +1/+10 and loses flying. Equipped for 8. It's basically like Thor's hammer. Except like anyone can hold it. Kyodai, Soul of Kamigawa is a 4 mana 3/3 flying flash. Enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible as long as you control Kyodai. Also, Kyodai gets +5/+5 until end of turn. I don't get it. What? There's no arms on this thing? This doesn't make any damn sense to me. Lava hits water and turns into land? Alright. Good stuff. But then what replaces the lava underground? Okay, next super chat. Let's get... I don't even know if... Does anyone understand this one? Okay, equip for 8. That's far too expensive to ever see play. Yeah, that's right. ... Okay, next up, we'll do with Richard Smith. Tunnel of Love and Hate. Ooh, we have a 3-card combo. Okay, Tunnel of Love. Also give you a super chat sound effect. Hateful Eidolon and Beloved Princess. Okay, Beloved Princess. White, 1/1, human noble with lifelink. Beloved Princess can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. Okay, that's fine. Hateful Eidolon. Whenever an enchanted creature dies, draw a card for each aura you control that was attached to it. We also have the Tunnel of Love. Oh! Beloved Princess. So this person love, this person hate. And then all of a sudden we have the Tunnel of Love. Visit! Choose an opponent. They choose a creature they control. Then you may choose a creature you control. You may exile the chosen creatures. If you do, return them to the battlefield under their owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. Otherwise, the chosen creatures fight each other. Oh my god. You will love each other. Or you will squabble as if you were a married couple. Okay, I'll stand the show on Pedgman. You want to do Walk the Plank and... Walk the Plank. The biggest flavor fail card of all time. And then Tsunami, is that a card? To be honest, Walk the Plank shouldn't even work on flying creatures. That's also true, especially if the creature is literally water. Heck, why does it even work on fish krakens and sea serpents? And this is a living tsunami. It's just going to go back to where it was, the actual water. The blue 2 generic 4/4 elemental. Flying at the beginning of your upkeep, sack a living tsunami unless you return a land you control to its owner's hand. And that's it for today. Now, what an interesting show. All right, it was a little rocky in the beginning, but we figured it out. You know, you guys are very creative. That's what the coffee crew is. You're a creative entire bunch. All right, and of course, where's my... You want to be here. You want to be part of the creativity of the coffee crew. Got to be here weekdays, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. And remember, starting December 20th to January 5th, with the exception of Christmas, we will do 2 shows a day, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you've never been able to be part of the show because you're in a completely different time zone, this is your chance and opportunity. And we also have to thank everyone who supports the show. If you're a member on YouTube, a patron on Patreon, or use Super Chat to be part of the show, because I really appreciate all of you. And we also have to especially appreciate the people who show up in the morning, like King Ginger, Toads, Richard Smith Alpha, Alpha Nerd, Mordrek, Paul Rogg, Steve Cooper, Darkstar Ashura, Platonic Liquid, Jess, Pedgeman. Who else do we have got here? Mitchlon, Richard Smith, Henrik, and many others. Because you guys are the show. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing up them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.